Now, this is a small muddler I'm going to be tying. It's just basically a wee olive muddler. Now, when there's lake olives or pond olives coming off, or even if you're in the river and you want to fish a wee muddler-like pattern, it's a light muddler. It's more a wet fly than it is a surface fly, and but it fishes really well. So, and I've been tying quite a few, and it's reasonably simple to tie. Now, the hook choice, you can make it a lighter hook, you can have a stronger hook. It's more a pulling fly, this, rather than a bit, as I say, a dry fly. And you can gink it up. I'm just going to hook a wee bit straighter. There we are. Now, thread I'm going to be using, I'm going to be using the uni thread. And this, you can see it all done to go with the colours. Just going to run the wax through to get it started. So I'm going to start at the eyes, and we're just going to work our way down. I'm going to put a tail on the fly. Now I'm just got an olive cock hackle or cape. Just using one of the larger feathers for the tail. Now you could put a fluorescent tail on it if you want. You could fluorescent yellow actually, or even a crest tail. But I'm just using the dyed olive, same colour as basically I've used in everything else really. So we've got our tail fibres. Just bring them 90 degrees from the stem of the feather, and the tips should naturally line up, and you can tear them away. And then just pull them together. So you're looking for a tail length round about the shank length. Tie them on top. Trim this the length of the body. Leave. It's a small muddler head. Now if you want to make it a wee bit heavier you can, but as I say, this is just a light one. The body, this is a dyed olive. This is a peacock eye which I've stripped the fibre. Now I'm using up the lower ones. These are a wee bit darker in colour. But you'll find these are a bit, they look flat but they're not, they're actually kind of oval like shape. So I run my nail through it first before I wind it on. Because if you don't do that, what can happen is that it can actually split. So just because of that, but just like running your nail through it will stop that. So cash it on. Nice base of thread down. A bit more wax on my thread. Wind it up. And then that first turn there, I'm just going to rub the back of it with my nail to get it flatter. And I'm touching turns with the quill all the way up to this point. And then I'm going to trim it away. I mean, the fly is really simple to tie. Now I'm going to quick finish off, I'm going to tie off. And then varnish the body. So you can use your resin, you can use whatever you have, just using a varnish. Allowing this to dry. Now obviously I've got one ready to tie. Just allow that to dry, and I usually do a good half dozen or so. And it's usually dry before, well, once I've done the 6 or so, the first one I done is dry enough. So we've got our body, the one that's ready done. You see it's a nice body. Now, again, just run your wax through. Put your thread back on. Now the wing could be a blade wing, it could be like a mallard duck. In this case what I'm doing, I'm going to be using mallard, bronze mallard, slightly darker wing. So I'm just going to get a sort of medium sized feather. And I'm not going to go right and left. All I'm going to do is bring out these fibres. Much like I did with the tail, we bring it 90 degrees out, you'll see them, the tips will line up. So we can tear this away. And what I like then to do is roll the fibres. So I'm basically bringing them together, marrying them back together. And all you do is you roll and like fold it, roll or fold. Just roll it or fold it into itself. To get a nice wing like this. And then you just basically, you want it short of the tail, or look around about the length of the hook, you tie that on. A pinch and loop, nice and tight. See how it's sitting, that's fine. Trim this away. the waist. Make sure you tie this down. Take your thread to the eye and then come back up to the wing. There we are. A nice shape. This is dyed. I dyed all of the roe deer. So just going to pull off a few fibres. Just enough to form the collar, which should give the impression of a legs, as well as a hackle. Now I'm just going to make sure there's no fluff under fur in there. And then what we're going to do, put in the stacker, tips first. A small stacker here, and tips first, tap on your desk. See they've all lined up, remove them from the stacker. Now it's important that you make sure you wax your thread here, give yourself plenty of grip. Now you want it half the wing length, so I usually just hold that, come round with 2 turns, 1, 2, and just tighten, then slowly tighten, and then let the deer hair go, and then wind towards the eye of the hook through the deer hair. And just at the end here, draw it all back, bring your thread in front, always keeping the thread tight, build the head up, and then keeping the thread tight again, go straight in and let it finish. Trim away your waist. And there we are, now we just need to trim it. So we just bring out the cut ends, just all the way around. Get yourself a curved pair of scissors. And all I do is just use the angle of the eye of the hook and rotate the vise all the way around. Just take your time. And all the way, and you can see the collar's been left behind. There we go. Now you can tighten the hair up a wee bit just with the hairdryer, so a wee bit of heat. So it's better times when you do that. And this is where you can decide where to take off some of the guard, or sorry, the fine hair. I usually do it if I take it off the vise, but I can't do it, you know, to see what I'm doing. So all I'm going to do is come round, just take some of them away, not too many. There you go. Finish off a wee coat of varnish, just all the way around. Don't be shy, make sure you get some in there. Obviously if you fill the eye up, use a feather. You can use a feather here actually. And just clear the eye out, you can use a dubbing needle. There you go. And that's the wee olive muddler. Call it what you like, it's just a quilled body, great colour combination. Basically can't go far wrong. When there's olives coming off, even with the mallard wing, it works really well. As I say, you can use, you could use the grey side of the mallard, which suits sometimes. You can do a mix, or you can use a blue wing, meaning like mallard, which are basically mallard quills, or grey mallard. You could use teal. Depends. In the smaller size, would even go to starling, get a nice soft. And again, as I say, the hook choice. This is a wee bit strong. This is a competition heavyweight, but you could use like the medium wire hook, like the all-purpose medium, and it'll sit a wee bit higher. It's up to yourself. But in this, you can pull this quite well, and it's got a lot of strength. And it is certainly a fly worth having in your box. So I hope you enjoyed that. And as I say, if you enjoy the videos, please subscribe, and thank you for watching.